Alright. And we're back. Alright. So, back to the cotton. It's almost done here. Welcome everyone. It needs service really bad. Oh, I think I'm missing some. Yeah, that'll be priority number one, will be to service this thing for sure. I think I got all that. We'll see. Yep. Looks like it. Alright. It's cloudy too, so it's gonna be getting dark pretty soon. Hey. Yeah, I saw you were hosting me on Twitch, but I don't know what was going on. I was like lagging really bad. It's not doing it now though. So it was doing that the other night when I was streaming on Twitch. I think it's because I have my settings set up to stream differently on Twitch than on YouTube. Definitely gonna have to fix that. No. Just here. It wouldn't let me, I don't think it would let me stream on both. Straight from the PlayStation anyway. If I had like OBS and everything, I could probably stream straight from the PlayStation and then stream to the other through OBS, but no. That's way too much. That's way extra. Alright. Still got a lot down. Well, not a lot, but I still got some left at the bottom of the field. What are you up to, Rainbow? See if we can get all this cleaned up down here. Not much. It's going to be two runs for sure. I can't get it all in one. Especially if I don't line it up. On Xbox, huh? Ugh. Why on Xbox? Is it? Oh shit! I thought I had it going. Is it like cross-plat with like PC and Xbox? I'd imagine it could be. I don't know if it is, but oh my god, 4 miles an hour. That thing really needs some repair, but we're almost done. Can do it. Oh yeah. Cool. Yeah, I don't know. I want to stream and everything, but all the things that I want to stream isn't what everybody wants to watch, you know what I mean? Or at least all the things that I want to play, that I can play, aren't what everybody wants to watch. Makes it hard to stream on Twitch, because if I'm trying to get affiliate and shit, that kills my average viewers, you know? If I don't have anybody watching at all, that sucks. It really kills it, because I haven't streamed very much this month. So, obviously. That's all I need is the average viewers, though. Yeah. I mean, I know I'm always gonna play what I want to play, but I just might not stream it. Might have to find something else. Man, we almost had another full bale. That's ridiculous. 20,000 is full, and it's at 19,472. That's ridiculous. So close. There's... oh, is there? Yeah, I didn't get the rest of that. Maybe we will get the full bale. Man, that'd be awesome if it filled it all the way up, like, perfectly. It's gonna be really close. I don't think that's gonna be enough, though. We'll see. Well, one thing I can say, at least we're harvesting cotton like this, and not like they used to. That would suck. Yeah, you're picking the shit by hand. Fuck that. Yeah, we're not gonna get anywhere close. That's pretty good though to get that much. That's pretty damn close. And that's with all the fertilization and the best yield I can get out of it. 19,680. Not too bad. Let's drop this bale off and service this thing because it really needs it. It's really bad. It's about the lowest I think any of my vehicles have gotten before I serviced them. I usually don't let them get too much lower than halfway. And this one's almost to the bottom. One thing that sucks on this game is the wear and tear on the vehicles is really fast. Like, I realize you're putting them through a lot doing all this work, but you're telling me I have to repair this thing before I even use an eighth of a tank of fuel? That doesn't make sense. Not that I want it to like use fuel faster. I think it should just wear a little slower. Okay, so let's unload this bale. Alright, fold this back up and go service it. Fold it up completely so it'll actually fit in there, hopefully. Alright. Yeah. Wow. Whew. $3,300. It did. It did satisfy me. This was good. It was funny because I said something about their chili not being that good the other night, and then when they brought the food out, I guess one of the corn dogs that I got a couple of corn dogs, and they one of them was I think, what did he say? It had a fault. It had a fault in it, which basically it just had a little crack in the breading, and it kind of like cooked the inside a little more than you would normally want. And so he gave me like 2 extra ones, which that was cool. So Clover, my youngest daughter, got something to eat as well. She didn't even want anything when I left, and when I got back she was like, "You got fries?" So I gave her one of those corn dogs. Alright. Man, that sucker is dirty too. We got 4 bales here. I think. Yeah, and I already sold 2, so that's 6 altogether. We get 6 bales out of this. Almost exactly. It's nice. Whoa. I guess I ended up sideways somehow. Alright. Let's go sell them. I think. I don't know. Depends on the price. I think it's about the same as it was. Yeah, 2,500. So we should get about 100,000 here, and then another 100,000 out of those. What's up, miss? I am thinking about getting a steering wheel. I don't know if MJ's still listening. But I am thinking about it. So, down here is the spinnery, which is where we sell our wool, hence all the wool pallets, and our cotton, which is what we got here. So, I don't know if I want to be able to do this in first person, but I'm gonna give it a shot. So let's just try that. It was close. It ain't gonna work though. $102,000. Kind of smushed that car in the process. $102,000, not bad. So we'll get probably about another 102,000. Actually, it'll probably be about 100,000 or 101,000 because it's a little short, that second bale. Shortcut. Can hear the horses over there. I am gonna make a road through here too, and I really need to cut that tree out and fix that. I'm gonna do that too. Cut that tree out, fix that huge crater in the middle of the path there, and then make a little path from the horse stables to that path. So let's load up these last two and go sell them. Got our 2 cotton bales in there. I'll probably eventually buy this grass field here too. Just because I feel like it's part of the farm. I drive straight through there all the time. So I really need to fix that. I will. I will. I guess I could have just drove straight through the hedge over there. Oh, whoa. Oh, I think I can't go through there because of the bale on the trailer. Okay. The bale has a collision on the... Oh. On the hedges. Get going. I'm gonna try this a little bit different this time. Let's try this. Yep, 101,500, pretty much. Cool. We're back up to almost 500,000. So I think what we'll do now is we'll probably stop by the shop. Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry. Anyway, we'll probably stop by the shop and pay off a little bit of our loan. Actually, probably a pretty good chunk of it. I might knock off 100 grand. Just to make that cotton harvest worthwhile. Knock off a good chunk of that loan. Alright, so we'll park up right here for now. Let's walk over here to the Hunt Forest Group, which is actually looks closed, but I'm going here and pay at the kiosk. Okay, so 250,000 is our loan right now. We've got 477. So let's repay. There's 100,000 off of it. Leaves us with 377. Let's go 150. You know, we might just pay the whole thing off. Yeah, let's pay the whole thing off. Let's just do it. Be out of debt. There we go. No more debt. What up, Twig? Came just in time to see me pay my loan off. Alright. Hell yeah, dude. Everything we own now, we own. We have no more debt. Now it's pure profit from here on out. I think that calls for a little celebration. But first, before it gets dark, I gotta start that subscriber contract. So, speaking of that, got my first subscriber contract. Hell yeah. Can't go wrong watching Sopranos. First subscriber contract is for Diggity Daz, a guy named Diggity Daz. He says that he works, or at least is affiliated with, Sir Smokes-a-Lot Manor over here. Hell yeah. Sir Smokes-a-Lot Manor. He's an affiliate of Sir Smokes-a-Lot Manor over here. So what we're gonna do, and we got to keep this kind of on the DL a little bit because it's not exactly traditional farming. But we're gonna plant some quote-unquote crops, but they need to be a little bit low-key. So we have to find a spot in the woods, probably either in the forest, because you know I don't really want to plant it on my land because yeah, you never know. So what I'm thinking is we'll go find a spot in the forest. Okay, well check it out, bro. Hit up my Twitter, and don't be like crazy about it, because I don't want people to think it's like a real thing or something. But you know what I mean. Hit up my Twitter and give me a subscriber contract, dude. There's a pinned tweet on my page. Just check that out. Because I'm down. I need people to give me more. I need more. So anyway, we're gonna take the little John Deere Gator we got. Oh, whoa. Okay. We're gonna take the little John Deere. And we're gonna go in the woods and scout a little bit and try to find a spot to plow out a little field. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna plant corn, because to me that's gonna be the closest. So we're gonna plant corn. And now it's gonna be hard to like give any kind of measurements or anything, so I'm not even gonna try. So we're just gonna plant a small field of corn somewhere in the yeah, we're gonna plant a small field of corn somewhere in the woods, in a discreet area. So let's not get ran over first, because there's usually a lot of traffic right there, but there's not right now. So the forest is just up here on the right. We're gonna head over there real quick and see if we can find a spot. Yeah, wink wink. So, oh, hopefully that's not a cop. I don't think so. New forest. Alright. Little shack down here. You might see a little bit of frame rate drop, just a tad because of all these trees around here, but it should be okay. So, let's see. From what I'm told, nobody comes in this forest. So we pretty much have full range of where to put it. Let's go off the beaten path a little bit over here. See what's over here. You know what? I think this will work right here. This little spot right here. On the hillside, as you know, hillsides are a good thing. If you don't, you do now. Yeah. Maybe tuck it up in here, maybe? Oh yeah, right here. Perfect. Perfect. Where are we at? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's what we'll do. Might do two. Twig. I might throw one in there for you, bro. Just a little one. We'll see. Run in real quick. That's weird. Every time I go in there, my mic doesn't work. But I don't know. It's kind of weird. Every time I go in there, my mic doesn't work. I don't know. It's weird. The stream jumps. It's funky. Anyway, you said anywhere in there would be fine. So I think we're good. So, once it gets dark, we'll go out and we'll get our plowing done and plow it out a little bit. Which it'll actually, it's going to be dark pretty soon, actually, within the next 15 minutes in game. All right. We're gonna have to probably lease a small plow. Yep. And oh yeah, I was gonna buy a truck. I was gonna buy a truck since we made all that moolah. Yeah, I think I'll do that. I think I'll jump to the store grab the truck before. Oh, there we go. Before it gets too late. So we'll go with the chrome rims. I like the chrome rims. And I think we'll just go black. It's the Onyx. Nah, I like the jet black. So there we go. There's a truck. Now low loaders. Got the American Bandit trailer. So we'll go with black. With black wheels. Nah. Aluminum. Ooh, chrome. There we go. Nice. Okay, so we're gonna go with the low hitch because the hitches on the pickup trucks are pretty low anyway, and they're always dragging. So we'll go with the low hitch. I mean, if we need to adjust it, we'll adjust it later. There we go. There's that. Now a small plow. What do we got for small plows? 2 meters, 2.5. What was that one? 1.5. 1.5. 2. So we'll go with this one. We'll get the slatted moldboards just because I'm extra like that. Okay, so that's 100 horsepower to run that. So we're gonna lease that. $530. Lease that. And we're gonna lease a small tractor too to do the work. You know, because I don't want to use my personal tractor. You know what I mean? So we'll lease something small. Maybe a New Holland or four straight. Four straight might not be bad. Actually, this would be perfect because it would be nice and cheap and easy. The only thing about this is I'll forewarn everybody. This tractor is effing loud. I mean, really loud, like obnoxious loud. So, earbud warning. You know, bass boost warning. Be careful because it's like. It's ridiculous. So we'll go with this, and we're just gonna do everything stock. We don't need anything special. I think actually we'll just put a weight on the front, and that's it. That way it can kind of handle that plow a little bit easier. And I guess the small seeder that we're gonna use to do that too. So, or planter, I guess, since we're planting corn. So there we go. We'll lease this. $1,500. That's dirt cheap. Dirt cheap. Okay, and a small planter. What do we got here? 3 meters, 100 horsepower. 4.5 meters, 70 horsepower. See, that doesn't make sense. I don't know why they do stuff like that in the game. 5.4 meters, 100 horsepower. This one will be a little bit easier to manage. And it'll fertilize it too, not that that really matters. Because I actually plan on coming and fertilizing it anyway. Actually all of these do, except for that one. That's weird. They all fertilize. In FS17 it was kind of hard to find a planter that fertilized and planted at the same time. It was weird. Okay. So I think what I'm going to do is just go for whichever one looks the smallest, so that it's, you know, easier to manage, to get around the, you know, pretty tight trees and stuff in there. That one looks kind of small, but it's just tall, but it like spreads way out. So I think we're gonna go with this one. I like the tubes on the top of it, how they're clear. I wonder if there's any animation with that, if you can see anything going on when you're using it. We'll have to check it out. So 1,300 bucks for that. And I think that's all we need. Should be. I don't think this truck's going to be able to handle all of this all at once. But we're going to try our damnedest to. Yeah. Yeah, see, if we would have went with any higher of a hitch than that, that thing would be dragging on the ground. So that's good. That worked out. All right, I guess. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to, well, first of all, I need to put seed in the seeder. So I think our best bet would probably be to put the plow on the trailer first. Leave the seeder connected to the tractor and see if the truck can handle that. I don't think that's gonna work. So what we'll do is, yeah. What we'll do is we'll take the tractor and the seeder, and we'll come back with the tractor later and pick up the plow and go over there. This way we can get the seeder, well, not the seeder, the planter, get the planter filled. Oh, way too far forward. Got the truck all standing up. There we go. That's super heavy. And I'm gonna have to drag the, oh whoa, maybe need to turn it off. I'm gonna have to kind of drag the ramps too. I really probably don't even have to haul this, to be honest. Yeah, let's not. There's really no need to. I did get the trailer for a reason. I was just gonna try to use it for this as well. So, leave that there for right now. Get this home, because it's almost dark, and that's what we want. We want it to be dark when we go out there. It's got to be dark. It's going to be super dark. It's going to be, whoa, getting a little crazy. That's what I get for trying to do 60 through there. It's going to be kind of hard to see. But when we come back to fertilize it, you'll get a good view of it. So we're just going to back this trailer back behind the shop. So that it's not in the way for right now anyway, at least. It will eventually be in the way back here because I have to put the header, combine header, back here as well. I mean, technically I guess I don't have to, but this is where I like to keep it. Okay, so we'll leave this trailer here. There we go. Yay, we have a truck now. That's nice. We'll be able to go cut that tree down and use the truck to haul the logs rather than having to put a lot of hours on our tractors just for a stupid thing like one log, you know. So I think this will be the truck's new home for now. Either that or maybe in the shop there on the other side by where I kept the gator. Okay. So one thing I want to do is I want to place down one of these the buying station. Mainly because you can buy seed and fertilizer from it too. So if I put this here at the store, then it's kind of like, part of the store. It's not necessarily just something for me. It's kind of like I'm buying it from the store here. Sort of. That's my intention. That's what I want it to seem like anyway. So I wonder if I cannot be placed in store areas. Oh, but it can be over here. Okay, so how far? Dang, gotta come out quite a bit. Okay. Yeah, I mean that's gonna have to go like right about here. Yeah, that'll actually work out pretty well. So let's lower it down just a little bit because I don't want it to do a whole bunch of terraforming. I want it to kind of be in the middle there. There we go. So it raised it a little bit here, but it'll be okay. What we'll do is we'll increase the brush strength a little bit. There we go. And we'll just kind of flatten this out a little bit right here. Smooth it out, make it nice and smooth like it was meant to be this way. Like a baby's butt. There we go. Cool beans. Right, I think there's a little bit of like an edge, like a corner right here. But it'll be okay. That's fine. It's close enough. This thing looks like it has a boat motor on the back of it. Like that's what that reminds me of, like an outboard motor. It's weird. Oh no, there's no ridge there. This is good. This will work. Okay, so seeds. Oh, yep, 240 doesn't hold very much. That's fine though. We don't need a lot. Okay. So it's not letting me. We have to go back. There we do. Yeah, we do have to go back. It says seeds again. It won't let me put fertilizer. And it's not letting me switch it. It's okay, we don't need fertilizer, but that is a problem with that. So we're gonna have to test that with the one that we have placed at the farm because I haven't tested that part of it yet. Fold the plow up, first of all. I wonder if I can put this in road mode. No, it won't let me keep it right there in the middle. That's what I wanted to do, is put it in the middle and then turn the wheel down. Which doesn't really look like that's even able to do that on this plow. Some of them you can put in road mode and kind of take some of the weight off the tractor. Put the wheel down, puts the moldboards up in the air instead of to one side. Just meant a little bit more for transport. It's a little bit more aesthetically pleasing. It's all good though. We're gonna drive out to the forest and get our field plowed. If you want to call it a field, it's just gonna be a patch. That car is still here. I don't really like that. Forgot where I was going here. I passed it. Right up here. Oop. Right up here. And over this way. There we go. So let's allow create fields. Let's unfold the plow and lower it down. Alright, we got our little field of dreams here, so hopefully we build it and they will come. Let's head over here. I'll throw another one down for the twig nasty. Where are we gonna do it though? Here in this little grove here.
Right, usually that doesn't happen, it falling through the map like that, but it's doing that because whenever Oxygen Dave makes these maps, sometimes he puts some of these trees under the map like that a little bit, so they're sticking up. Like this is a full tree, but it's just sticking up out from under the ground, so it looks more like a bush than a tree. That's all. Might actually just tie these together into a little field in here. Call it good. That autosave hits me all the time. Nope, nope. Gotta clean up this little spot right here, but that's pretty much it. There we go. There's that. That car really trips me out. I'm just gonna turn right in front of you, dude. Don't worry. It's all good. Sorry guys, give me just 1 second. I got a phone call. I guess cotton would be a good one too. The only thing about that is I can't really come in here and harvest it. I don't know. I don't really have any intentions of actually harvesting it. I don't know. Maybe. We'll see. So, here we go with some corn. Corn. And that's it. That's all she wrote. We'll come back tomorrow and check on them. Oh, sorry, dude. Oh shit, I'm looking behind me. Alright, so we can go ahead and return these. about 8 o'clock. Just about time for bed, really. We go to bed early around here because when it gets dark we can't do shit, so. I don't know, I think this is too much driving through craziness for the truck. I think we'll just park it at the guest house here. That'll work. Because we are going to need to be able to get to that baler. Alright. So let's not leave the tractor out in the field here. Wherever it is. There we go. Let's head back to the farm. I guess we close the sunroof. We don't really need that open. And we don't really need this back window open either. Alright. Just fine right there. All right. Alright, I'll see you guys in the morning. Alright, as you can see, we made $19,680 on property income last night. That's from our solar panels that we have placed. That comes in handy. Every night making 20 grand off of those really helps. I'll probably end up putting quite a few of those down sporadically around the map. So, it's about 4 minutes till 7. Let's check on our animals. Let's save game, and then we'll check on the animals. Okay, so our chickens could use some cleaning. We have some equipment to move around today, so that's what I'm going to start with first of all. Move around some equipment, get everything kind of situated. We're going to get some repairs done on some stuff.
probably give a few pieces of machinery a wash because they really need it. And then we'll get started because we've got some planting to do. So, sheep definitely need cleaned, like bad, like right now, actually. Cows pretty much the same. Horses look good. They could use some hay though. And I need to ride the horses. So, we'll work on that too. So I think today's going to be about the animals. And then we'll see what we can get done later on in the evening. Yeah. Alright. So, first things first, we'll deal with the cows. Yeah. Now we need to deal with the sheep first. But this is quite a bit of manure here. So we'll have to get that out of here. Come and clean up some of the silage that's been kind of overspilled. Oh my god, look at that mound of grass. Yeah. Yeah, we'll come clean this up right now. So, what I want to do is probably get... I don't know if I can fit it in here. I think I can. We might have to pre-open some gates just to get everything to work out here. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to drive the loading wagon through here. And we're just going to scoop it all up and then back up into that bunker silo. Oh, no, we're not, because it's full of silage. It doesn't need to be filled. I need to actually get that silage out of there. Okay, I'm still going to pick it up with the loading wagon, and we'll go dump it in the other silo over there. So I wonder if I can make this turn with it. I probably can with the MT-800. So we'll use it. Oh yeah, we need to move the wool. Oh man, we need to get the wool all settled too. We got a lot to do. A lot. We're probably not going to get any farming done. It's going to be mostly ranching today. Oh, whoops. Come on, squeeze by there. Can do it. There we go. Just gonna squeeze through here. No, we're not, because this trailer turns. I forgot. So we have to kind of guide it through here. There we go. Oh, is it not gonna make it? Oh my gosh, okay. Alright. I'm just gonna reset it back instead of having to trying to dig it out of this corner and stuff and making it a big deal. I'll just reset it back up to the shop there. And we'll have to grab the JCB and come in here and scoop it out. Or we could buy a small loading wagon just for this. We could do that. We may want to, actually. I wonder how much is that small Strautman? $46,000. It's kind of crazy expensive, really. But it might be worth it to get it anyway, just because this is the only one that will attach to the back of that mower that I have. So that'll be nice. I can attach that to the back of the Chrome, the big M right there, and mow and pick it up directly. So if I'm wanting to do it for, you know, feeding the sheep and stuff, that'll work out really well. So let's go grab that. Actually, we don't have to go and grab it. We have a reset point here at the farm now. So we can have it delivered. Hey. There we go. So let's change the time scale real quick. I want the day to sort of go by. I'm thinking maybe times 15, but then I've got to put the plant growth on slow or off because, yeah, because it grows way too fast. We'll go with slow because I don't want it to be off. I don't want anything to not, you know, things to not be growing at all. Okay. So first of all, we're going to drop this front loader off real quick. There we go. And we're just going to drop the whole thing. Alright. Should make it easier for us to get in and out of here without that sticking off the front. But we should be able to make it in and out of this with this one. I'm hoping. And I need to stop taking that corner quite so wide. Okay, can we get in? We can. Awesome. So, let's turn it on and lower the pickup. Nice. So much easier. Oh, that's so much easier. Okay. So then we just gotta kind of circle around. And I guess we could go out the same way. Yeah. Or we can just go out this gate. Sorry, sheep. Oh, I had the interactive zones turned on again. How'd that happen? There we go. So, do they need any food, the sheep? Yeah, they could use some grass. So we'll just give this back to them. Doesn't want to unload there for some reason though. That's odd. Huh, that's really weird. That's odd that it won't unload. I think what I'll do is I'll leave this loading wagon inside the sheep area. Inside the building there, just to use to clean them out, and once it gets full then we'll empty it, because I'll take it and put it in the silage bunker silo. and we'll use it for that. I think that'll work really well. It'll work out better than what's currently going down. Can I adjust this? Yeah, there we go. It's kind of hard to see. It's really tight quarters here. I want to try to keep it to one side so that I can maybe squeeze the tractor through here to hook onto it. Maybe not. Maybe use a telehandler. The telehandler would probably fit easily. Okay, I'll just call that good right there. Alright, then we'll shut the gate. Let's go move that wool out of the way. I need to just get a forklift, honestly. As much wool as we're producing, it would be, you know, it would be worth it to have it. Okay. Got quite a bit. It's the most wool I've stocked up at once on this map for sure. Okay. Oh, almost. I should really be using the telehandler or a forklift for this, honestly, because it'd be so much easier to get around. Oh, shit. What you jumping for, dude? I was just trying not to, you know, trying to be careful not to move the other pallet that was already sitting there, because I have had issues before. If you move them, if you bump them a little bit, they stop filling and it just spawns a new one and starts filling it, and then you just get those like half full pallets, or partially full, you know, it might not even be half full. Go. Looking good. I really do think I'm gonna get a forklift too. My slot count's getting pretty high. I've got quite a bit of equipment, but I really feel like it would be put to good use. I don't feel like it would just sit there, because I do this quite a bit. And it would just be so much easier. And then that would give me an excuse to leave this tractor at Southview's farm. Because then it could pretty much handle everything that that farm needs. Except for maybe cultivating. But seeding and, you know, general yard work, cleaning up after the pigs and the chickens and stuff like that, it can do all that pretty easily, so, and pretty efficiently, honestly. And I'm kind of starting to get the hours up on it a little bit. I don't really want to, because I don't want to have to buy another JCB. I'd rather just kind of use this one. I don't, because the thing about it is, like, on this tractor, the repair costs are pretty high for something with this level of horsepower, you know, so it's kind of expensive. It's expensive to maintain this tractor. So I don't really want to rack the hours up on it crazy, because I want to continue to use it, but I don't want to use it too much. There's a balance. It's a balancing act. Last one. The other one up by the building there, next to the side of the building there, is a marker, pretty much, just kind of to remind people that that's where the wool spawns. So need to kind of push these back. There we go. And we'll put this one over here with these. There we go. I may need to try to find another flatbed trailer. Actually, I might be able to use that low loader. I don't know. It makes me wonder, because I might actually be able to. If it's got straps, I can use it. I can't remember if it does or not. Damn. Let me just smash into the building real quick. Let's check. Let's check and see. It does. It does. Good ones too. Evenly spaced, not bale spaced. Nice. All the way back. Is there one there? Oh. That would have been nice. Either way though. That's good. So we're talking one pallet, at least two across, maybe three. So we'll say 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 pallets on there, at least. maybe 15. Dude. That's if I just single stack them too, if I stack them on top. Man, could be even more. That might work pretty well. Use that to transport the wool. That might be a good idea. Okay. So, man, that's a lot. That's 9 right there. If you count the one outside. That's 9 pallets. Okay, so I think I'll take this tractor. And trying to think. Yeah. I'll take this tractor over there and probably this I'll get another trailer. We need to get a field planted and get something growing, get some more crops ready, or going at least. Whoa. It's probably going to be that field back there. Field 15. Thinking soybeans. Great demand at the dairy. Wonder how much milk we have. Probably not much. We only have 10 cows. Oh, let's see. We have 3,614 liters of milk. We've got quite a bit. Slurry too. 4,000 liters. Yeah. I gotta stop messing around with this. We gotta get the animals dealt with first before I can start moving the machinery. Even though that's really what I want to get done, mostly I have to tend to the animals first. Hurry up. Alright, here we are, Southview's farm. God, that's really dirty. And there's a lot of eggs over here too. Freaking A. Got a lot to do. Okay, hold on while we're here. These tools need to be reset. There we go. Because they're for the telehandler, and the telehandler is going to be staying at the farm, at the main farm. For numerous reasons. Mainly for silage. Bales. Oh, whoa. So we still have to get the bucket. But instead of going and getting the bucket and doing all that with the tractor, we'll just use the skid steer, which is going to be going back to the farm. This is what I'm going to be using inside the cow, for the cows, to clean the cows out and everything. Alright, so no glitch that time. Where it wouldn't take it all. There we go. Cleanliness is back up. And it's like plumb full. That's weird that it's refilling it complete. It's spilling out. It's spilling out as much as they're consuming. That's kind of weird. They shouldn't. What the hell? They shouldn't be able to basically refeed themselves like that. That's because I've only fed them once, you know, and it's every time I come and clean it. What the hell? It'll do that first of all. And there'll be extra left, which I'm really not liking at all. This is just crazy right now. What? They won't pick it up? What? What the hell? Oh, there it is. What the heck is going on? Okay, so while we've got most of it, this is really weird. I'm gonna go dump it in the silo over here. That's so weird. So I think that's what I'm going to do after, you know, the next time they start getting really dirty. I'm just going to pick it all up and just dump it in the silo. That way we can kind of avoid that issue and just not fill their feed up completely. Because obviously that's not working. Pretty big issue with that, really. Okay, this times 15 is not working because they're getting dirty so fast that it's gonna be a bitch to just keep up with that, let alone handle it. So another thing about the subscriber contracts, I can use these egg cartons, that's what these are, is eggs. I can use these as, you know, other things too, as like a package, you know, say you just want to send some chocolates to somebody or something or whatever, you know, like you can do like really stupid stuff. It doesn't have to be like necessarily, I mean, I don't really mean stupid. We can do insignificant things like that. And it doesn't have to necessarily be farming related. We're gonna need to sell these pretty soon. Excuse me. Okay. So there's that. That's the eggs dealt with for now. We're really gonna have to deal with that though. So, oh, whoops. So there's a couple other attachments in here, or at least, yeah, there's just one other attachment in here for this, which I'm gonna get a pallet fork, obviously. Hey, I can use this instead of a forklift for the wool. That'll work. So we'll get our forks for this and everything too. So I'm gonna park, whoa, glitching into the wall here. Park that there. We'll go get the bucket for this. That way everything for this is over here. Since this farm will be its new home. And we're gonna work on buying that field. That's the goal. That'll be technically in-game for me because not necessarily in-game, but it'll be in-game as far as purchasing property. I probably won't buy anything other than that field. That's all I'm really looking at as far as property goes. Whoa. Oh, yep, the bucket's in that shop over here. While we've got it, we're gonna clean out the cow pen, the cow shed, real quick before we go back. Just go ahead and knock it out. And we'll grab the weight too for this. Got a weight in here as well. It's just to help for when I was doing bales and stuff. Makes a big difference. Okay. We're getting a pretty good pile of manure going here. So that's good. Here pretty soon we'll be able to put it to good use. Let's just try to get, whoa, getting a little crazy with the bucket here. I think the sensitivity, something happened with my settings earlier because the sensitivity is different. The interactive markers was on. It's weird. This feels different. What's the sensitivity? Yeah, see, it's 150%. I usually leave that on 100%. That's why it was like zooming everywhere on me. Alright, grab that last little bit. Much better. So that's that. They do still have some silage in there that needs to be cleaned out too, but I'm not too bothered about that right this moment. Shouldn't go ahead and shut this gate. I feel weird leaving it open all the time. I can drive right through that hedge right there if I really wanted to. So I think this is all we really need to take. I'm gonna take the baler, I think, because I'm probably gonna end up moving grass equipment all over there, and this will all be arable and livestock basically at this farm. Because I don't really want to put any the wait, duh. I don't really want to put any placeable buildings down because they don't. Wow, that's such a glitch. Okay, we'll put the weight on the front. They don't really match. The placeable buildings, they don't really match. So I want to. The map looks so good, and it's so like. I mean, it should be realistic. It's a real place, but it's so realistic and stuff that I don't want to just like start plunking buildings down in places where it really doesn't match and it doesn't really work. So I'm just trying to stick mainly to the buildings that are already here for us. There's another bundle inside that wool pallet there. So I'm glad that when I bumped it earlier, I either didn't bump it enough or it doesn't matter. So regardless, I'm glad. That's good. Just a second. That's some good corn. Okay. So if anybody has any suggestions about what I should plant, excuse me, sorry everybody, if anybody has any suggestions about what I should plant in field 18, you could drop it in the comment section and let me know what you think I should plant. Obviously I want to make money. I'm not going to do anything for like straw or anything because that would just be a ridiculous amount of straw and I don't need all that. It would just be super overkill. So I'd rather not even deal with that. Put the baler in here. It just barely fits under there, but it doesn't really matter. Okay. Now we got our weight. I think we're gonna end up probably putting the windrower in there because it would just, I think it'd be easier to back it into there than it would be in here. I did take and see, I owned this field before and I did what I did last time and I terraformed and I brought it up so you can see the fence. So over here everything looks normal, there's the gate and all that stuff, but then you come over here and the gate you know, is sort of irrelevant because I raised the ground and leveled it with this ground here, which was already this height, and just kind of brought it along, and it perfectly covers up the fence. So it gives a good access point if I come in here and go around this way, make a little U-turn, turn around, then I get a straight shot. Or if I can make that turn, that's fine, but if I get a straight shot to this field with bigger equipment, that would have been a lot harder to fish through the middle of those two buildings here to kind of, I mean, that doesn't look hard, but it is. It's pretty tight, especially to come in here and to try to make that turn and go in there and then be able to make it through that gate too as well. It's kind of a bitch, not gonna lie. So going around that way just kind of made sense. So it makes it a lot easier. It's a necessity, really. So I got this field all cultivated and limed. It does still need to be plowed though, which I may still do before I plant anything in it, because I think I'm gonna plant grass in this field for a couple of reasons. The size is good, the shape is decent to be able to just kind of let the mower go. That way I can just, you know, it'll be quick and easy, won't have to worry about it. I'll do it with the new loading wagon that we got behind it and turn that on, and once it gets full it'll just start dropping a swath, and that loading wagon just won't pick it up anymore, so it's fine. But that way whenever it's done, I'll have a full trailer that I'll be able to go and unload and do whatever with, and then I'll have the rest of it that I can pick up and just kind of decide what I want to do. Yeah, that's kind of my plan anyway. So I'm gonna put all of the front loader attachments for the tractor over here under this little lean-to here. There we go. So let's just kind of drop it off up there. There we go. So there's that. And then we'll put the, whoops, and then we'll put the weight over here in this little bit smaller area where there's really not room for anything else to go. This will be where we keep our weight. Right there. We'll grab those pallet forks real quick and we'll stick them in under there. And we'll probably drop them off with the front loader attached as well. So you don't really need it on there if we're not using it, so. And we're just going to do that from this direction. Just like this. Off the front loader with it. There we go. Nice. So if we put the windrow in here, it'll be tucked against the wall to the left, and we'll still be able to park the tractor right here. We may end up parking the baler in here as well, but it just depends on how much room we've got once we get going. So I want to use the truck, but I'm sitting here cycling through everything. Okay. I can't even hook up to this. I think it's a 3-point link. Yeah, it is. Okay. Oh, never mind on that.
take the NT800. Grab the plow. And get it started on plow in field 6, and then we'll get started seeding field 15. And then you guys can tell me what you think I should plant in 18. Either in the comment section or on Twitter. Wherever. Links in the description. I love this Challenger. I really do. I love the stealth one too, but the only thing about the stealth one is on this map, as dark as it is on this map, it's super hard to see out of that thing since it's got the tinted windows. So, I mean, really hard, even during the day. I might lease one for a little while at some point, but it's honestly, it's not worth it because, yeah, it's pretty dark and you really can't see shit. So let's make sure that we're actually getting plowing done here. Let's go to soil composition, and we are. There's that area there where we just did. So let's continue here. Try to go as straight as I can. When you turn on the mini map there, you can see that my degree there shows you how straight I am, how close to 0 true north I'm going. Which is pretty good. Close enough. Don't really need the beacons on in the middle of the field. Hello, Braden. I'm assuming that's how you say that. That's what it looks like. How you doing?
go. Got a little off kilter there, but it'll work. As long as we're getting it all. Good thing is we only have to do this once every like 3 harvests, so shouldn't be too much of an issue. This really isn't that big a field anyway. I'll do this by myself. I won't even make a worker do it. I think I will put it on real time though for a little bit. Just to kind of give myself enough time to get this done and still be able to get a couple of the other tasks that I wanted to get done today done before it gets dark. It gets dark pretty early on this map. You know, like I was saying earlier, it's, you know, by 8 o'clock or so, it's dark. Like, dark enough you can't really do anything. You can, but it's hard to see. And for streaming, it's not good. If you're just playing by yourself, it's fine, but for streaming, it's not very good because you can't see anything. That's never a good thing. Not too bad. I think that's about right. Right there. Yeah. You just gotta find something, you know, to line it up with. If you line up the edge of the field with that rounded bar there, it works out pretty well with the edge of the plow. Okay, lift it up. Let's do this half first. And then we'll worry about the other half. So on this side, I think it's the bottom corner of the screen here. Let's see. Let's line it up. There we go, we're lined up. Yeah, bottom corner of the screen. Not bad. We're not missing anything, so that's always good. Set the cruise control. You know, the only thing that sucks is I could be listening to music right now, but, you know, YouTube sucks like that, and I can't. I mean, I guess I could, but just wouldn't be able to. What am I talking about? I wouldn't be able to monetize my videos that I can't monetize anyway, so I guess it really doesn't matter that much, does it? I can't help it, my OCD kills me. I have to do the headwind. I don't know why, even when I'm the one doing all the work. I have to do it. Drives me crazy if I don't, because I know it's not done. It's one thing I like about plowing or cultivating a field, or really fertilizing too, mainly when it's already, crops already growing, but doing something with a field that's been limed, because it's so easy to tell where you've been and where you haven't. And with it having that lime texture on there, since it was already cultivated, this texture underneath that lime is the same as this texture here. It's cultivated. It was already cultivated, and I plowed it, or I limed it. So normally what would happen is I'd have to get like an actual plow. I wouldn't be able to use this subsoiler because it gives you a cultivated state like this, and it already being cultivated wouldn't register that this tool even went over it, which means that it wouldn't give it the plowed state that I need, which is why I'm using it. It's just easier to use than a traditional plow. But so it wouldn't let me actually get like the plowing state, because it wouldn't recognize that this was actually going over it. But since it's been limed, and cultivating over the lime, cultivating it in, changes the texture, it also lets me get that plowing state in. So that's why I always do my plowing and my liming at the same time. Plus they both have to be done once every 3 harvests. So if you do them both at the same time, you know, then you get 3 harvests of, you know, full, you know, as long as you fertilize them, you'll get your, you know, max yield out of the field. Yeah, I didn't think Nightbot was working. Let's fix that real quick. Shouldn't take it just a second. Just go to Nightbot here. Sign in. Bam. And password. Bam. Should be good now. Let's see. Hi, Phil. How you doing? Still not working. I wonder. Sorry, I was trying to set up Nightbot. For some reason I noticed that the timers weren't working, so I checked it and it wasn't working. Oh well. Not a big deal. I'm pretty good. Doing alright. Just trying to get some of this plowing done on field 6 here on Marwell. Do you play Farming Simulator? Let me try to cut this little edge off here. It's kind of bugging me. Yeah, on PS4. Me too. That's what I play on. I have the PS4 Pro. Okay. Let's get it lined up here. Just kind of straighten that off. It's driving me crazy that it was like coming to a point. make it a little more manageable. Nice. What's your favorite map? Out of the ones that we have so far, anyway. Peterville's in for testing, too. I don't know if you've seen any of the first looks on it already, because there's a couple of people have already done some, like Daggerwin, and a couple of other people have already done first looks on it. That looks like it's going to be a really good map. This map, me too. I love Marwell. This is the one that I stream the most. Mercury Farms is really fun to play. I like to play. That's kind of my just casual playing map. Yeah, Meadow Grove. Yep. Yeah, I haven't seen much on Meadow Grove though, so I try not to mention it that much because I don't want somebody to be like, oh yeah, well, what's that map all about, you know, or something like that, and I'm just like, oh, I don't know. So I'd rather just not. I just don't even really say anything about it until I see some more. Peterville though, that's going to be a good one. I like maps like that have a lot of farmyards spread out. Kind of gives you the option to start kind of wherever you want. I liked that about FS17. There we go. I wish I could set off a worker to do this, but seeing as how the field was already cultivated underneath this, they won't do it. So saw a walkthrough on Meadow Grove. By who? I'm curious because I'd like to go see it because I haven't really seen much about it. I'm registered on the Giants forums, so I look at the mods list and stuff like that every day and see what's added and all that stuff. Yeah, Gav80. I'll have to look them up. If anybody's watching this after the fact and you can't see the chat, Gav80, GAV80, he thinks is what it is. The name of the channel for a walkthrough on Meadow Grove. If you guys want to go and check it out, see for yourself. Kind of a slow stream day. This is an awkward time for me to be streaming. That's kind of why. I usually stream pretty late at night. Streaming in the middle of the day is not typical. Oh, I think I turned a little too sharp right there. I wish I could change the sensitivity, the steering sensitivity on console. But you can't. You can change a bunch of other stuff, but not the steering sensitivity. That's kind of stupid, because that's pretty important, really. In a game like this, where you have to... You don't really have to, but it's nice and helpful to be able to go in straight lines. Oh, gotta drop it in time. I'm getting in a hurry here, trying to rush through this. I know this is kind of tedious work, plowing. Yeah, same here. Yeah, it would be really helpful, especially with vehicles like this, like tracked vehicles that, if you're in cab, which I play a lot of in cab, but if you're in cab, it's a little bit easier because you can see the steering wheel turning. so you sort of know your progress in whatever direction, you know. But if you're out of cab and you're playing in third person and you're trying to like turn this thing around, say like a J turn in a tight area, you always find yourself sort of getting ahead of yourself, and you start to back up when you're still sort of turning the same direction you were before, when really you wanted to go the opposite direction. When you're in cab, you can see that you're making that progress, but you can't in third person. But if you could just change the steering, it would be nice. I'm like leaving all wavy lines because I'm sitting here messing with the steering. No, he said Gav 8080 is the name. So, if you guys want to check that out. Man, I want to get this done. I have so much more I need to get done today. It's taking forever. You do a lot in cab? It's more realistic that way to me, especially on 19. 17 was good too, though. Like the in-cab views, I still play 17 a lot. Like a lot. Too much, probably, honestly. For a game that I have the newer version of. Okay, let's see if I can swing it around. There we go. Yeah. For a game that I have the newer version of, I still play 17 a lot. Yeah, I saw that. Oxygen David said that Bullet Bill and everyone gave him permission to get it converted. Yeah. He's also going to be doing Sandy Bay and Oakfield too, so I'm super looking forward to Sandy Bay. Sandy Bay is one of my favorite maps from 17. That was really high on my list. I can't say it was my favorite, but it was definitely one of them. I'd love to see Altenstein on 19. Not been on 17 since this came out. Man, Seasons keeps dragging me back. That's the main reason. I can't get away from it. It's hard to go from playing Seasons on 17 and getting into that routine of like yearly stuff, and you know, only harvesting a field once a year, and you know, having planting seasons and all that. When you get used to that and then you come back to like 19, or even if you play 17 without seasons, holy shit, man, the pace is so fast that it doesn't feel like a simulator anymore. It feels like you're just playing a video game, you know, which, I mean, either way. Oh man, I got a little crazy right there. Either way, it doesn't matter. You can play a game however you like to, but for me, it's farming simulator. So to me, I want to simulate it, you know. I want to be as realistic as I can, and that's, you know, Seasons is probably as realistic as you can make this game with a mod. Yeah, it really did. Hello, John. How you doing? Thanks for stopping by. Yeah. Yeah, I like to be realistic. You know what I mean? As realistic as I can be. You know? I mean, there's some times when, I'm sure you understand, everybody who plays this game, there's certain things that you're gonna do at some point where it's just so much easier to do something like, say, the auto load bale trailers. That's a big one. I don't see an issue with it. Like, there are some people who comment on videos and stuff and say, you know, you're cheating or whatever, but I use the shit out of those things, and I'm not gonna lie, it's just so much easier. Like, I have no problem moving bales. You know, I have days where I just want to sit back and just chill out. And this game really gives me the opportunity to do it, you know. And on days like that, I don't mind doing bales. I don't mind going through a field and picking up 60 bales, you know, and putting all of them on, you know, 2 trailer loads and doing it all manually and stuff. It's fun. It's kind of therapeutic, really. I'm good, John. I'm good, man. I'm better now that I'm starting to get some people rolling in, man. Today's been so slow. Honestly, I don't really blame anybody, because I've been doing some kind of boring stuff, man. I've been stuck doing some tedious things around the yard today, so this is the last one of those, though. So once I finish this field, I'll really get the ball rolling and get back to doing some of the things that need to be done. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot to do, especially if you're trying to do all of the animals, or even just some of the animals, and still doing like arable things. And you know, especially if you're playing on 17 and you've got seasons going, there are some days, it depends on how people play, because you know, you can put it on 3 or 6 or 9 or 28 or however many days you want to. But for me, I run like 6 or 9 day seasons, and I typically have like quite a few fields. I kind of cheat in some money in the beginning and get, you know, whatever fields I feel like I really need. Sometimes, you know, I still leave room for expansion, but you know, there's some days when you have a lot to do, even when you're playing seasons. And so using an auto load trailer or something like that, to me, doesn't feel like cheating. It's just doing like what a normal farmer would do, and using whatever tools they have available to them to make the job as easy as possible, you know. And this being a video game, we have auto load trailers, so to me, it's not cheating. There's only 2 of us on at the moment playing. Favorite mod for FS19 so far? Oh man. Honestly, it's kind of hard to nail one down as my favorite, but my favorite tractor mod that's come out so far would definitely be the Fendt 1050. Especially with like the Challenger options and all that stuff. With this map, I went with Challenger because it's so big and the fields are so big. Kind of felt like it fit, but I really like that tractor. It's, you know, 500 horsepower, 3-point linkage in the front as well. You know, it's a good tractor. It's awesome, and that mod was a great improvement on that. I really like, obviously stuff like the refill stations and stuff like that would be really great, but I really like the 2-horse, little horse, I don't know what you would call it, stables or whatever, that only holds 2 horses. I really like that mod. That's nice, because it's, I don't know, I just like how simple it is. That's what I was saying earlier about the maps that are coming out for 19. I would really love to see Altenstein come out for 19, because I loved that map. I loved the size of it. It's so small. You could use like super small machinery, and like I went way old school on my playthrough of that map on 17. Way old school, as old of machinery as I possibly could get. I think my highest horsepower tractor was 48, and it was 75. It was the Deutz, the 75 from the old school pack. But yeah, 75 horsepower was my highest tractor, you know, and I had no truck, no nothing like that, and man, I really enjoyed that. That was a lot of fun.
And I think with all the landscaping and with the FS19 lighting and all that stuff, I just think that mod would really shine, or that map would really shine on 19. I think it would get a lot of love. I feel like it was sort of overlooked with 17. Colborough Park, yeah, that's a good one too. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen either. Colborough Park, that was a weird sort of map though. It had a weird feel to it. It was good. Like, I don't want to say it was weird, like it was bad. It was just really different type of map. The way that it was set up, it made you feel like you needed to have sort of bigger machinery and stuff to be able to really like run through the fields and not spend, you know, all day on one field. But I mean, really realistically, that's how it would be. But it made you feel like you needed bigger machinery, but it just made it totally impossible. So it was just one of those maps that it was, you were kind of stuck in limbo. You had to, any map that locks you down into like medium-sized machinery with large fields is a hard one to me, because I get to the point where I either play it really realistically, or I get a little bit overboard. I go a little overboard with it and I go super unrealistic, you know. So maps like that I get kind of lost. I get lost in, and I end up losing interest because I go too far with them, trying to, I don't know, trying to make it feel right. I don't know. I like either small maps or really, really large maps. Like this map is a good one because it's a small map. All things considered, it's small. It's just that there's not that many fields, and the fields are huge. But the map itself, size-wise, is, you know, smaller than Mercury Farms. Yeah, that's how it is in real life, yeah. I mean, you know, that's also one of those maps that it's a real place. So, I mean, that opens up the door to, like, you know, people always bitch about when somebody says, oh, well, it's based on, you know, such and such place, but then they go and they look it up and they realize, oh, well, they changed this or they changed that or whatever. Like, dude, it's a video game. Like, there's certain aspects of it that have to be inserted that aren't going to be in real life, you know, like sell points and stuff like that. Not every farm goes 2 miles to sell all the grain that they made. Sometimes they're trekking them, you know, 200-300 miles to where they sell what they're producing, you know what I mean? So there's got to be some, I guess, what would you call that, creative license, some creative freedom, I guess, to be able to change things. And I feel like whenever, don't get me wrong, I love Oxygen David's maps, I really do, but him in particular, when he makes a map and it's based on a real location, which seems to kind of be his niche, that he likes to do that, which I love because they end up being really realistic. He kind of sticks too much to the real thing, and I love the fact that he puts that much detail into it and that much time into it and that much thought into it to try to make it like that intersection right there. I don't know how into watching YouTube videos you guys are, but obviously a little bit if you wouldn't be here. But there's a video that shows the map, this map, kind of side by side with screenshots from Google Earth. And that intersection right back there, if you were to look at that on real life and then look at it on this map with the right lighting, it's hard to tell which one is the real one and which one is the fake one, which one's the map and which one is an actual satellite image.
So, I mean, he puts a lot of detail into this stuff, but there's things, and this is why I'm trying to stretch out what I was saying, like this bridge here, that, yeah, it's probably like this in real life, you know, or something similar at least, but he could have made this a little bit wider, because the smallest header that you can get on any harvester that would be worth using on any side, any of these fields that are like huge on this map, is about 9 meters, and there's only one of those that has like its own trailer built into it, and that's the Rosselmash, the 161. And so it's just like, it's things like that. Like, you could have made a couple of, I say you like I'm talking to him, like he's gonna watch this, but he could have made it a little bit wider, you know what I mean, and made it a little bit more accessible for not huge machinery, not, because I know how it is, like you do that on purpose so that you kind of lock the map down to the type of machinery that it's meant for, and that's fine, but it would be nice to have the option you know, to be able to do that, and you can't change that bridge, so you can't go that way, really. With anything big, you can't really take that direction. You have to go all the way around, and that's kind of a pain in the ass. Okay, man, we're gonna have to start getting rid of some of this wool, so we're starting to kind of get a stockpile built up. That's 10 so far, and we're working on 11 now. I need to bring the skid steer loader back over here from South Views. Take the bale wrapper over to South Views. Yep. All that needs to be done. Yeah, I know he did it to scale. That's how it is in real life. That's what I was saying. Like, he did a really good job. Like, I'm not saying it's bad at all. Just me personally, I wish there was more room. That's all I'm saying. Like, there's just things like that. When a map is made based on a real location, it doesn't give you the opportunity to use all the machinery that the game has to offer, because that location in real life, they don't use that type of machinery. You know what I mean? So that's kind of what I mean by that. It's not that it's a bad thing at all, or that he did a bad job, or anything like that, because it's actually totally the opposite. He did an amazing job. And he did it so well that it's so realistic that it's hard to use some of the stuff in the game. Are there any people who live on FS like CS? Maybe not that big yet. CS, what do you mean CS? I'm not sure what that... City Skylines? Is that what you're talking about? Or are you talking about something else? Okay, I totally lost my fucking train of thought right there. Oh yeah. Man. Sorry. Happens. So, let's grab the bale wrapper. Shit, did I go over too far? Almost. Okay. Sorry about the clipping there. Okay. Any people who live on Farming Simulator like CS. I don't know what CS stands for, but I'm assuming what you mean is like people who do like role playing or something, maybe. And if that's what you mean, then I'm actually gonna start trying to do something like that. I want to do like I'm starting with subscriber contracts and things like that, but Counter-Strike Championship. Oh, I don't know. To be honest, I don't think so. I don't think it's big enough. Uh, well, the game is big enough, but I don't think that that platform is big enough for the game. You know what I mean? The game is huge. There's hundreds of thousands of people who play Farming Simulator. So I mean, to say the game's not big enough is kind of not really doing it justice, because it's a pretty huge game, really. But in that aspect, yeah, probably not. It's just one of those things that it would be hard to use in that format, you know, in like a championship type format. Like, it would be hard to, I feel like it'd be hard to make that work, you know? Like, how would you do that? How do you compete, really, on Farming Simulator? Damn, I think I knew I took that too sharp. One thing I miss about Farming Simulator 17 is the steering. I get that it's more realistic, and in some ways I like it, but there's other times, like when I'm trying to back things up and reverse things into places, when I'm trying to turn different directions and go, you know, quickly from one direction to the other to like correct myself. It sucks. It's so slow. It's definitely more realistic, but damn, I'm so used to 17. And that makes it so easy. It's almost instant. Outsold Call of Duty in its first week. Oh yeah. Yeah. By like, I think it was like $7 or $8 million. You know, by a reasonable margin. Quite a bit. It's a huge game. Like I said, there's a lot of people that play it. When I bought it, it was $50, I think. I want to say it was 50. But I honestly I can't tell you, because even if I was to go and look at it in the store right now, it wouldn't tell me, because I already own it, and I bought it digitally, so it wouldn't tell me. Yeah, the steering, yeah, definitely took me a long time to get used to it. All right, so we got that dropped off. Now I brought the baler over here, and I was gonna put it like in front of that, but I think it's fine under that awning. There's a lot, that's the thing, there's a lot of space really to store stuff here. More than it looks like. It's just finding that perfect spot to put stuff, you know, where it's useful and it's not like, you know, 1,000 miles away from where it needs to be. So I'm gonna plant grass in field 6, because I'm mainly focusing on sheep. So I'm gonna plant grass there, and then I'm probably gonna end up at some point buying field 7 there next to the farm, and field 16 right here, this grass field, and then that'll be all the fields that I'll buy. I think after that I'll leave everything else alone, and that'll be all that I own. That'll leave me with field 5, field 8, and I think it's field 20 that's over there in the, no, 21, and 1, and field 1 for contracts and stuff. So it'll leave me a good amount, and that's a good range of fields too, like, you know, big and small to work with, depending on how much money I might need at the time, you know. Okay, so the crone's gonna go over there too, to Southviews, but I'm gonna take the loading wagon wherever I left it. I think I left it in the sheep building, actually. I think I did. I'll just grab the MT800 right here. I'll pull it out of there real quick. I don't think I can get the crone in there. That's the only reason why. Let's open that. 34 in the UK. That's not bad, really. You have 17? I have 17 too. I'm sorry I wasn't reading the chat very well. I have 17 as well. I play 17 a lot. Yeah, I did leave it in there. So, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to use it and clean up after the sheep on my way out. But yeah, I play 17 a lot still. This, like I was saying earlier, this season's just keeps sucking me back in. I can't get away from it. What am I getting stuck on? I'm hitting something over here. Hold on. Oh, I'm just clipping the edge of that fence, I guess. It's wider than I thought with that 3-meter spread. There, we got the pickup dropped. There we go. Oh, that's up. It looked like it dropped. Huh. It's just because it's so low, I guess. Well, if that's the case, you should have been picking it up anyway, right? I think I missed a little bit back there. Damn. Getting a little crazy right now. Please don't take this as an example of my driving, because usually it's a lot better than that. And am I seriously missing that much? Oh, I feel like that missed a lot there. Whatever. Alright, so turn it off and lift it up. I don't know if Marwell's the best map so far. Graphically, looks-wise, as far as realism goes, yes. The one that looks the most realistic, yes. I would say that Marwell is the best. As far as like playability and options and customizations and just overall thoughtfulness, I would say Mercury Farms is probably the best. To be honest, that's my opinion. Obviously some people will think differently, but Alien Jim is a different kind of dude, man. First of all, he plays this game. And he loves this game. And so that helps whenever you have like an emotional, like a vested emotional interest in something that you create content for. It makes a huge difference in how you look at things and how you build it, and how you do things. It makes a huge difference. Huge. So if you look at a map like Marwell Manor, like this, Oxygen David's way of thinking is he wants it to be the most beautiful thing that you've ever seen in your entire life. Like, he wants you to just be blown away. Like, just this little creek here. You know, things like the reeds and the lilies and stuff on top of the water, you know. Ignore my butchering of the bridge. The reeds and the lilies and stuff on the water, the detail and all that, the rocks, the moss on the rocks and all that stuff, like, that doesn't have to be there. That's totally unnecessary. The only reason why he would put that there is for that reason, because he wants you to notice those details. Just like the little junkyard just outside of the farm. If you go down the what I would call the main entrance. Ooh, that was close. Like, that doesn't have to be there, but it is. But then you look at a map like Mercury Farms, and you look at somebody like Alien Jim and the way they do things, and you have hedges that you can cut down. You know, every single hedge on that game, or on that map, you can get rid of. You know, if you don't want it, you can get rid of it. Like, it does not have to be there. You can totally get rid of it like it was never there before, ever. And you can't do that on anybody else's map. Some of Black Sheep modding stuff on FS17, if you plowed the ground, you could get rid of some of the shrubbery and stuff that was around, but that was it. Like, it was nothing like Mercury Farms. Nothing like that. And I'm not just speaking towards Mercury Farms. There's like Sussex Farm with all the different sell points and all the different things that are put into that don't need to be there. Like being able to sell water all over the map. You know, you can't, little things like not being able to buy fuel at the gas station because tractors don't fuel up at a gas station. Not usually, because you usually use biodiesel. And you're not going to find that at a gas station. You find those at, like, you know, farm stores or you know what I mean, like truck stations and stuff like that. So you couldn't get gas there, but you could deliver gas there. You could deliver fuel there and sell it there as a sell point. And that's just like, that's awesome. Yeah, and Mercury is a square farm. It is very squared off, but the good thing about that is it gives you the opportunity to use workers, you know, and like you can use a worker, and if you use a worker on Mercury Farms as opposed to here on Marwell, this is getting a little bit precarious. If you use a worker on Marwell, they're probably gonna miss some stuff, you know. Not only are they going to miss some stuff, but it's going to be telling you, you know, worker has finished. Sorry for tabbing. I really hate tabbing, but I'm going to do it. They're going to tell you that they're done, you know, a lot when they're not. But on Mercury Farms, you won't have that much of an issue because it's so square. It's so easy for the workers to deal with. But then if you don't like that, if you don't like square fields, that's the good thing about Mercury Farms. You can get rid of those hedges and plow that field out however you want. You know, make it shaped like your girlfriend if you want to. You know, it doesn't matter. You do whatever you want to. You have the room to do it and the means to do it, and it's meant to be done. And that's nice. And that's not something that you find in anybody else's maps. So to say that one map is better than the other or whatever is always going to be hard to do, because each map's going to have things that are great about it, and some maps are going to have things that are bad about them. You know, and plus, you know, opinion. Court of opinion is brutal, because everybody's got one. They're like assholes. Everybody's got one, and they all kind of stink. So that's kind of how it is, you know what I mean? I don't know how else to put it, really. Oh shit. I'm sorry, I was reading chat. Yeah. Honestly, I wouldn't change much about this either. There's one thing that I did change. And, I'm kind of reluctant to show it. Well, there's two things that I changed. You saw some of it with the bridge back there. I made a little shortcut to the horse stables. Took away a bit of the creek there and made a shortcut. But I also took some of this grass field here, 19. And I don't know if you can kind of see some of the straw swaths over there. But I took that straight part of it over there and made an arable field out of it. Because I really didn't have that much use for that much grass at the time. And it was cheaper, obviously, than buying another field. So I just did that, and that's been where I've been getting my oats from. I've been using that for oats to feed the horses, and, you know, to get the straw and everything. And in this field 18, I did canola the first time, which was amazing, which I think I'm probably going to do again. And then I did canola in field 15 as well. So I had like 200 and I want to say it was like 280,000 liters of canola. I mean, I made bank. It was ridiculous. And that's how I got a lot of this equipment. And then the second time I planted that field, 18, I mean, I planted cotton in it, and it was plowed, limed, and fully fertilized. And I shit you not, damn near exactly 6 bales out of it. I mean, almost exactly. The 6th bale was 19,600 and something. I mean, it was super close. Almost exact. And actually, I'm going to stick this on here real quick and go grab that wool pallet and get it out of the way real quick. Just while I'm here and doing this. But, yeah, 6 bales. That was amazing. That was nice. However, the harvester, that harvester doesn't like that field. That's a huge field. That's a lot of work for one harvester. So I think next time, if I get the funds, if I get the cash, which I will at some point, I'm probably going to get another cotton harvester. Because I got... Sorry, I'm like making this really harder than it should be. I got almost all the way through that field, and it was like in dire need of repair. And I mean in dire need of repair. So it's huge. It's hard for one harvester. So even when I planted canola in that field, it was hard for that one combine harvester to deal with. So I think at some point I'm going to have another harvester just to be able to maintain field 18. You know, and keep it productive. Well, to keep it as productive as it can be. I mean, that field's so huge, it's going to be productive even if I planted... I could probably plant oilseed radish in that and somehow make money, you know? So, it's not really a matter of when, or it's not really a matter of if, it's really just a matter of when I'm going to get the money to get those harvesters, because I'm talking, you know, for both of those, we're talking probably $1 million, or, you know, very close to it. So now that I got the bale wrapper out of there, I'm going to keep the telehandler in here for now. But it's going to be over here once I get all the grass equipment back over to Southviews. That's my plan. I want to move all the grass equipment over there and start making that and field 7 grass. And then I'm going to do all my grass there. And then when I need straw, I'll plant field 7 with oats, and that'll give me a ton of oats, and I'll be able to put those in that silo that's right there by the pig farm. And yeah, then all my grass equipment and stuff will be there. I'll probably plow out 19, the rest of 19, plow it all out, and that'll more than likely either be a cornfield or just like a, you know, whatever, cash crop. I might do like canola or soybean in it, you know, whenever I need the cash. But my main plan is to, you know, plow this all out and it be corn for chaff, for silage, because I want to do cows as well. So I'm working on that. I have 10 right now, which isn't a lot, but I mean, that's still, they take a lot to keep them topped up anyway. So 10 of them right now, but I'm sort of trying to kind of preemptively work my way towards getting more. Right now I'm just dealing with the horses that I have, and I'm focusing mainly on the sheep. The horses that I haven't ridden very much, and I need to really start doing that more. Yep. All right, John, have a good one, man. I appreciate you coming by. Don't forget to subscribe if if you like the stream and stuff. If you want to come back and check out more later on, don't forget to subscribe, turn on the notifications and stuff so you don't miss it. So, yeah. So I'm focusing mainly on the sheep. They've been really productive, honestly. It's only been since I started this stream and this let's play with this map this time. Oh, I left the gate open. It's only been like 5 game days. 4. I think this is day 5. So 5 game days, and we're talking. That's 2 pallets a day. Because we've got 9 in here and 10. Wait, what? I thought we had 11. Yeah, 3, 6, 9, 10. Could have sworn we had 10 and we were working on 11 earlier. That's weird. Either way, that's 2 pallets a day. It's not bad. Thanks, Phil. I really appreciate it. If you guys like watching live streams, though, I stream more on Twitch than I do on YouTube. I just have more of a consistent following here than I do on Twitch. So it's easier to come over here and be like, hey, what's up, everybody? Come check out my Twitch. That's where I stream mostly. I'm going to start doing Let's Plays and stuff here on YouTube. But they're going to be more like storyline videos. I don't know if you guys know who Mr. Sealy P is. You probably do if you watch any kind of farming simulator stuff. Sometimes he does some story oriented type of things, and I'm kind of going to do something sort of like that. I don't it's going to probably come across like I'm copying him, but there's no other way to do that. I just want to have fun playing the game, and it's fun to kind of pretend. So I'm going to do it. And I'm going to make some videos and see if people like it, but those are going to be on YouTube, and my streams are going to be on Twitch. So, damn. If you're trying to see some streams or stuff, that'd be where to go. It would be to my Twitch, which would be twitch.tv/superdude_1119, that's my gamer tag also on PS4 is superdude1119, no underscore. Alright, so we got everything sort of set up how I want it. The only thing that we're missing is moving the grass equipment over there and then we have to finish emptying out this silo, because I'm going to sell this silo so we have some more space to kind of get through the farm and maneuver around and get, like a slurry trailer and stuff through. It'll be so much easier. So, alright. Yeah. So I think that's probably going to do it for now. Jump up here and get a good view of the farm real quick. See the cows. I went with black and white, and same with the sheep, black and white. And the chickens, actually, for that matter, black and white chickens. So yeah, I appreciate it. Everybody that came by, the new subscribers, always much appreciated, of course. And yeah, if you guys want to see more live streams, like I said, Twitch is where to go. twitch.tv/superdude_1119. That's where you'll find me at. I think the link might be in the description. If it's not, I'll put it there. So, I appreciate it. Thanks everybody for coming by. Don't forget to leave a like if you're watching this. If you're watching it after the fact, you're still awesome, even though you kind of suck for being late. It's all good. Yeah. I guess I'll catch you guys in the next one. Yeah, appreciate it, Phil. Later, guys.